Here at Consumer Reports, we developed a new simulated crash test to help find child seats that could provide a greater margin of safety. The test is run at a higher speed and under different conditions than the government's test. During our recent testing of convertible seats, results for one model from Recaro, the Recaro Performance Ride, raised safety concerns. What was the issue? Convertible child seats are designed to be used in either a rear or forward-facing orientation. In our simulated frontal crash performance tests, the support hardware at the rear of the Recaro Performance Ride's shell broke in 3 out of 4 seats we tested when it was installed forward-facing. This allowed the harness to pull through the seat back and loosen as the child-sized dummy moved forward. In a crash, that forward motion exposes the child, in particular his or her head, to contact, and the loose harness increases their risk for ejection from the seat. The problem occurred using the 35-pound 3-year-old test dummy, and in all 3 cases where the seat was installed on the test sled using the lower latch anchors and the top tether. Here's how our tests differ from the government's. In addition to being conducted at a higher speed, they are designed to more closely represent the inside of a car, including a surface that represents a front seat back that a child could hit during a crash. While 4 other tested convertible seats had some cracking or breakage in our tests, only the Recaro Performance Ride broke in tests performed with the 35-pound 3-year-old dummy. What concerns us is that smaller dummy represents only 54% of the 65 pounds that the seat claims it can hold and is right in the sweet spot in terms of the size of kids that are most often riding in convertible seats. Structural issues with other seats occurred only in tests that were conducted with the larger 6-year-old dummy. We don't know of any real-world injury related to this type of failure, but the performance of this seat was enough of a concern to us that we wanted to release the results after we had completed crash performance testing on the entire convertible seat group, but before final ratings were complete. What can you do? If you own and are currently using the Recaro Performance Ride, we have no concerns about the seat's performance in a rear-facing mode. The issues described here only affect the seat forward-facing. If your child is riding forward-facing but is still below the 40-pound allowable weight limit and the 22.5-inch seated height limit for rear-facing, then returning your child to a rear-facing orientation is safest until you can replace the seat. If your child exceeds the 40-pound rear-facing weight limit, we recommend you continue using the seat but replace it as soon as you can. Any seat is always better than none at all. We shared our results with Recaro, and they had the following statement. The Recaro Performance Ride convertible car seat has saved the lives of many children involved in a car crash and has never experienced a field failure after being in the marketplace for over 5 years. Recaro tests to meet and exceed all National Highway Traffic Safety Administration crash test requirements. The research by Consumer Reports was conducted with a crash test at 40% more energy at its peak than current NHTSA standards. We want to reassure our consumers that we take all aspects of a child's safety seriously and will examine these findings closely. Recaro appreciates Consumer Reports' interest in child passenger safety. For more on child seats, check out consumerreports.org.